You've been waiting a long time. I'm going to answer all your questions. We have a lot of empty lines. All week, empty lines. Strange. Maybe it's election fatigue. I don't know. But if you call right now, you get to speak to me directly live. Absolutely free. Got to call 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. You see the number scrolling below on the screen. Also, if you are international, you can call 212-227-8933. That's 1-212-227-8933. Let's go to Ursa in Chicago, Illinois. Ursa. Hi, Ursa.
Hi, Brett. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Brett, I have the one question. 11 November 2014, my husband lived in New York, and he's already in the asylum case. So he got the married with me. I'm living in Chicago, and October 6, 2014. Okay?
Got it.
Before the 1 month is a master hiring in the 11 November 2014.
Okay.
So,
and where's your husband from?
From Pakistan.
He's from Pakistan. Tell me the visa he came here on again.
He is coming in just like the multiple visa.
Okay,
it's 5 years, and after that,
he applied for asylum, and then he didn't hear.
Yeah, because he's arrested, and after that apply the asylum.
Why was he arrested?
Because he slept here.
He slept here? What do you mean he slept here?
Just like the over the stay.
Oh, he was an overstay. Okay, so he comes from Pakistan.
Yep.
He overstays his time. Immigration catches him. He applies for asylum, and then marries you at some point.
Yeah, because it's after just like the master hiring is coming, he is get the married before the 1 month.
Got it. Okay.
So my question is, we are going to court. Court is approved the asylum, and judge say you just apply the I-130 right now because you already get the married with the citizen.
Correct.
Okay. So that time I just applied the I-130 for my husband, and that turned my case is just I-130. And we are coming here in the Chicago and transfer my case in Chicago. Okay.
What's the question? Tell me the question now.
Yeah, question is already is the asylum is clear and the I-130 is approved, and just like I applied the I-485 and the I-485
Where did you apply the I-485?
Here in Chicago.
No, wrong. That's where you're going wrong. Once your husband is before an immigration judge, the only jurisdiction that USCIS has is to approve the I-130 form. To approve the I-485 form, the adjustment of status, once your husband is in removal, USCIS, that local office, has no jurisdiction to do it. So they'll accept your application because the guy at the office, the clerk in the mailroom, they have no idea what the law is. They see an application, they see a check, they take it. Okay? But ultimately what's going to happen is it's going to get denied. You have to go back before the judge, say, here, judge, here's the I-130 approval. And then that would happen at another master calendar hearing. And when the judge sees the I-130 approval at a master calendar hearing, the next hearing will be what's called an individual hearing, where you do your adjustment before the judge, and the judge grants you the green card.
Oh, okay, I got it. And because my second interview is coming in the last August 2019, but we are not appear over there.
Okay, did you get the I-130 approved?
Yeah, already approved the first interview.
So, all right, so when's your next hearing before a judge?
No, we are not going to judge. Just only approve the I-130 in the interview here in the Chicago.
But didn't you tell me he was in removal?
No. First time is the removal in the court in the New York.
Okay.
And after the I-130 apply.
What happened with the removal hearing in New York?
Because he is live over there in the already case in the asylum in the New York.
All right, stop.
Before my marriage.
Stop. When you say, because maybe we're not using the same legal terminology, okay? And maybe because we're not using the same legal terminology, I'm giving you wrong advice because I'm not understanding it properly. So when you say he had a master calendar hearing in New York, that means he was in removal, he was in deportation, he saw an immigration judge. What happened with that case? Is it still ongoing? Was he ordered deported? What happened with the case?
Because it happened that one as just complete the fingerprints after the I-485 and the USCIS sent with the...
You're not answering my question. He was in removal. You say to a judge, he applies for asylum, he then gets married to an American citizen, the judge says, go file the I-130 visa petition. That deportation case doesn't go away, he's still in deportation. You have to go back to the judge in New York and say, I got my approved I-130. I want to adjust my status. That's what you need to do now.
Okay, I got it.
Right.
Because some problem is my relation too. So I go in the divorce side.
So you're now getting divorced from this man?
Not right now, just I apply for the divorce.
If you're getting divorced from this man and there's a problem in the relationship...
Yeah, because first night is a relation.
Why are you even calling the show? What do you care about him? You're getting divorced from him.
No, because he say, I just go with the fight with the court because you not have any status. Right now, you not have any status.
All right. I'm absolutely, quite frankly, confused by everything you're saying to me. So,
just only I have the question, what is the status of my husband right now?
The status of your husband right now?
Yeah.
Well, he would have to go back to a judge and complete his asylum because he's not going to be able to get his green card through the I-130.
Okay.
All right. So once you get a divorce and he doesn't have his green card yet, he doesn't get his green card through you. End of story.
And his children too?
And his children too.
Okay, because his children case too, the revoked too.
Your husband has two choices at this point, okay, which you have no control over. He has to go back to the immigration judge and say, my wife is getting a divorce from me. I couldn't live with her because she was physically or extreme emotional abuse, and he can do a VAWA. Or he can go back to a judge and he can say, he can do three things. I want to do my asylum or withholding a removal or convention against torture. I want to continue that case because my life's in danger if I go back to Pakistan. Or he could even do, and I don't know what his situation is, something called cancellation or removal, that if he got put in removal more than 10 years after he came to America and he can show hardship to his U.S. citizen children, if he does have any, or his U.S. citizen parents or resident parents or whatever he has, family, you can get a green card that way too, possibly. All right? But your marriage to him is over. He can't get a green card through your marriage. Hold on if you need more help.
Okay.
All right. Trying to give it the best advice I can. Let's go to Alex in Montreal. Alex.
Hello, Brad.
How are you?
I'm doing great, Brad. Brad, my question is concerning I-601 and 601A.
Yes.
I was in, what you call a removal proceeding, I believe a final order of deportation, or you could call that a supervised deportation. And I left the U.S. without letting ICE know that I was leaving and crossing to Canada. I have applied for a green card, which has been approved. And my question is, do I need a 601 to return to the U.S. or not?
What do you mean you were under supervised? You were ordered deported, and you were. What was going on?
Well, there was an immigration case held for me in absentia that I never showed up for, and a judge ordered me deported, which I wasn't deported, but I went through where a supervised deportation is where I go and see an ICE officer every month or every.
All right. So how I understand it is this: you were ordered deported in absentia. You perhaps could have made a motion to reopen your deportation case. Maybe you were in the process, whatever it is. But during that process, you left and went to Canada. Okay, so then once you leave the United States, you self-deported. Okay, so now you're in another country, you self-deported instead of had the government forcibly deport you. Okay,
correct.
So that order of deportation, it's called the removal order now, that order of removal goes into effect. Now, where are you from originally?
Liberia.
How long were you in the United States out of status?
Well, I was at the time during the time that I was ordered in deported, I was given a TPS.
From the time that you got put in removal, from the time you came to America to the time you got put in removal, how long was that?
Whoa, man. So let's say I was ordered 1997 till 2018.
Okay. So, all right. So you need 2 waivers. You need a 601 waiver because you have a 10-year bar because you were out of status in the United States for more than a year.
Okay.
And you need a 212 waiver, which is a waiver to return to the United States after a prior order of deportation. And
Okay.
you got to do that in conjunction with a marriage case. I assume you're married to a U.S. citizen. Am I making that assumption, or am I not making the wrong assumption?
Well, you are right, but my wife didn't apply for it. It was my son, who is you call an Air Force officer, had applied for me, which have been approved.
All right, so you can't get a waiver for the 10-year bar through your son. It's going to be through a wife or parent.
Okay. So it has to be through a wife, you said?
Yep.
Okay. So but I have to do both of them, the 601,
And the
601 and a 212.
Correct.
Appreciate it, Brad.
All right. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right. Let's go to Monica in Boston. Monica.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good.
So, Brad, I also called earlier. I'm a medical student. I have to apply for my husband adjustment of status. Recently, I lost my job. So, and next year I'm going to be applying for the residency, and I've been making a good amount of money to apply for my husband adjustment of status. My question is that if I take an unemployment benefit right now temporarily, will it affect my husband adjustment of status? Having said that, I do not have anyone who can co-sponsor me.
Okay. Well, as long as you have the potential to have a new job when is this new job starting?
It will start in July 2021.
July 2021. And when do you plan on filing for your husband?
After that.
Okay, then you'll be fine. Okay, because first of all, collecting the unemployment is not a public charge problem in itself. Obviously, whatever income you get from the unemployment, if that's not enough to support you and your spouse 125% above the poverty level, that's a different story. But it's not a government assistance that automatically knocks you out of the park. And so collect the unemployment because you need it to survive. In July, you're going to be a professional doctor. Professional doctors make lots of money. You'll be very successful. You'll walk in and say, here I am. I'm a doctor. I make X, Y, Z, and you'll be fine.
And if I apply before that, it will be a problem, right?
I don't think well, it could be because you're not. It depends on how much money you earn from the unemployment benefits. If you're not earning enough, in other words, your tax return does not show 125% above the poverty level, they're going to return your application.
My husband is on this.
Okay, so my husband is on
F1 visa. Put him on because he's talking in the background. He has the questions, right?
Yeah, so actually my husband is on F1 visa and he was doing a part-time job and he's making a good amount of money.
Right, his income doesn't matter unless he was earning that income legally for 10 years.
Right, and if Trump's DOS gets approved, will he be able to, will he be asked to leave the country? Because his F1 visa is for 5 years.
No, because whatever happens with Trump, if they say leave the country, you'll just file an adjustment application for him.
All right, thank you.
All right. Did I answer all your questions?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and we do have a lot of open calls. It's a crazy week, I guess. 1-800. We usually it's actually very shocking to me. Usually we're fully locked and loaded before I even get to immigration questions and answering. But we have empty lines, so if you want to call right now, I will get you on our show. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Kingsley in San Antonio, Texas. Kingsley.
Hello, Brad.
Hi, Kingsley. How are you?
I'm good. So I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Brad. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm at the point of filing for removal of condition for my green card. So I just want to know if I have to put in my current marriage certificate and my previous divorce certificate.
Of course.
Both of them? Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
That was simple enough. All right, let's go to Ibrahim in Houston, Texas. Ibrahim.
Hey, Greg.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. What's going on?
Okay, I have a question. I came in United States in 2015, and from the airport, they took me to the immigration center where I applied for asylum, and then I got released on parole. And then they told me that my hearing date is on the February 2nd, 2021. And then during that time, I got married to a U.S. citizen, and I applied for the I-130, which got approved. And then I already submit the other form for adjustment status. So I wanted to know what is the next case for me, what can happen in case I go to the court.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ivory Coast.
And what was your entry document that you used to come to America?
I was coming on with a visitor
so
visa.
when is your next master calendar hearing?
February 2nd, 2021.
That's the individual for the asylum?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the I-130 approved?
Yes.
Okay. So what you need to do now is make a motion to recalendar your case to take it off the judge's calendar for an individual hearing for asylum. You have to let the judge know, I don't want to move forward on this asylum case. I'm married. I have an approved I-130. And you recalendar it. When you recalendar it, you say to the judge, give me a new master calendar so I can explain to you the situation. And then you walk in with your lawyer, or you go by yourself, or whatever you're doing, and you say, here's my approved I-130. And as I told that other caller, what the judge is going to say is, I'm in charge of your adjustment, not immigration. And then we'll put you on for an individual hearing to adjust your status before the judge.
Okay. So if I don't do that and I go to the court, it's going to be a problem, right?
Yep. Because you're doing it wrong. You're not following the procedure.
Okay, no problem. Okay, what was the form I had to file again?
It's not a form. It's a motion. Write something on a piece of paper. Motion to recalendar. Hold on 1 second. You sounds like you need help.
Okay.
Let's go to Stephanie in Dover, Delaware. Stephanie.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Brad, how are you?
Good.
I'm
How you doing?
fine. Oh, you know what? I am excited each time I'm talking to you. You know what?
What?
I think that I'm going to vote you as my president.
I get one vote. Okay, very good.
Yes.
One vote for Uncle Brad. Maybe I'm in a very close race with Kanye, I guess.
Okay, let's start it. Okay. If you have a job sponsorship green card and after 3 months you leave that job, but now you would like to petition for your spouse or your child, what form can you submit because you're no longer at that job?
Was the child and spouse in existence when you got your green card?
Yes.
Okay, how old is the child?
13.
Okay, so where are they right now?
In USA.
In where?
In United States.
Okay, what is their status?
TPS holder.
Okay, so, and you already adjusted your status, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so you as long as they're eligible to adjust, you adjust their status as well. Now, when you get sponsored in a job, job sponsorship is not indentured servitude. Okay, so in other words, you understand the term indentured servitude, that you have to work here for a certain period of time. That's not what job sponsorship is. Job sponsorship, when you get a green card, the employer is saying, I promise to hire this person in this job, at this salary. No, not forever. That's what I'm about to say. I promise to hire this person in this job at this salary on a full-time basis for an indefinite period of time. The word indefinite, okay? And you agree to accept that job for an indefinite period of time. An indefinite period of time could be a month, 3 months, 3 years, 30 years, 50 years, until it just doesn't work out. So as long as you have proof that for 3 months after you got your green card, you worked there, you satisfied the requirements under the law. So I would just file an adjustment, and wherever you're working, you're working. But they're entitled to follow the joint.
Oh, good. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye, my president.
Okay, bye-bye. Let's go to Michelle in Baltimore. Michelle.
Hi. Good night.
Good night. How are you?
I'm fine. I just trying to find out something. I'm a permanent resident, right?
Right.
So I want to file for my 2 kids. One is 8 and one is 14. So I want to know what documents I have to file for them and how long it takes.
Where are they right now?
In Guyana.
Okay, so I hear other children in the background. I didn't know where. How did you get your green card?
From my husband while I'm a widow.
Oh, you're a widow now. I'm sorry to hear that. All right,
Yeah.
so you're going to file an I-130 visa petition for them, and you you need proof that your husband passed, his death certificate. And,
Okay, I have that.
And your children's birth certificates and your copy of your green card.
Okay, that's all. And how long it takes?
About 2 years, 1.5 years. Your husband never filed for them?
Yeah, he put the name down. If you sign the name and everything down, but he never.
Did he ever file a separate application for them?
No.
Unfortunately, no. Yeah. So then, he didn't file for them. So you would have to file for them now. Unfortunately, it's going to be about 2 years.
Okay.
All right.
So how much years W-2 form I have to get?
I'm sorry?
The W-2 form, how much years is?
You don't need it till they go for an interview in 2 years from now. So don't worry about W-2 forms.
Oh, okay,
Just file
okay.
the I-130 visa petition for each child.
Okay, so then after they could get a visa in Guyana?
Correct.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, Michelle.
I appreciate
Good luck.
that.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Let's go to Ba in Bismarck, North Dakota. Ba.
Yes, brother.
Yes.
Good day. How are you doing? Good program.
Thank you.
I'm asking for your friend. She received rejection notice on her work permit, but the rejection notice came with a green cover letter. When she asked the lawyer said the green cover letter is meant for her not to lose her space in the line. And the rejection notice said to file in with the new version.
Wait. She got a rejection letter for a work permit. It was on a green piece of paper, and the lawyer said what?
The green paper is meant because of her space in the line. So she needs to refile the work permit with the new version application.
Right. So basically, if it was rejected, you got to start it. You got to do it again. That's what I'm saying, and that's what the lawyer's saying.
Okay.
So what's the question?
Yes, the question is, she wants to know if, because USCIS received her renewal application on the 2nd. So if she refile again, are they going to start all over?
Yes. Yes. So what she needs to do is stop thinking about it and do it right. The more she waits, the longer she's waiting to get a work permit. As soon as she files something properly, it'll get online. She's on nothing right now. She's on no line.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
And if you have a lawyer, why did the lawyer screw it up? Hold on if you need help. Let's go to Stacy in Washington, D.C. Stacy.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I have a question.
Yes.
If you apply for your 10-year green card, but you're relocating, do I need to fill out a specific form and
Yeah, you got just an AR-11. You do it online. You can do it online at USCIS.gov. It's an AR-11 for change of address.
AR-11.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Chris in St. Louis, Missouri. Chris.
Hello, good evening, Brad.
Good evening. How are you?
Thanks for taking my call.
My pleasure.
And continue doing good work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have just one question. I get married to my wife in 2018.
Right.
But in 2019, we separated.
Mm-hmm.
Filing for a divorce. I'm supposed to read my condition next year for my green card.
Right.
But she will never sign the divorce paper. Will that be a problem when we're ready to remove the condition?
No, I mean, I don't. There's no fault divorce in every state in America. So as long as you can show irreconcilable differences, even in Missouri, if that's where you are, just serve her. And even if she doesn't sign a divorce, you'll still be divorced. I mean, you may need, a local lawyer to help you through the process, but you'll get divorced. And as long as you're divorced, and as long as you can prove it was a real marriage, you and her lived together, and you know what a real marriage is. I talk about this every day. You physically live together and you had an economic relationship, you'll be fine.
Yeah, but she take out a restraining order against me last year.
That's okay.
So, yeah. So
So
that's okay.
I'll be honest with you. I would submit that restraining order. Why? Because even though it makes you look like a bad dude, who cares if it makes you look like a bad dude? When you're going to remove the conditions, there's no good moral character requirement. All it is did you live with her? Was it a real marriage? And people don't get restraining orders against their spouses unless it was real. So yeah, it doesn't make you look like a good person, but you know, for your purposes to get a green card and prove it was a real marriage, the restraining order helps you.
Okay, thank you. Because I was a bit nervous getting this restraining order and to remove the condition.
No. I mean, yeah, but hold on. But get the divorce. But the restraining order, in my opinion, it helps you. Hold on one second. All right?
Okay.
Let's go to Jane in New York. Jane.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great. What's going on?
Okay. So I have a question. I'm in deportation. Since 2017. I got a lawyer who filed for it. Actually, I wanted to go to visit my children in Africa. He kept saying it's safe for me to go, but I've still not had my master hearing. Because of the virus.
Wait. If you're in deportation, why are you in deportation?
Because we went for a stroke interview and we were separated. So I think my husband told them
you can't travel out of the country because then you're self-deported.
Oh, so it means I can travel, right?
No travel.
Okay.
None. Zero. They denied you at a Stokes interview. You're now in deportation. The government wants you to leave America. If you leave America, they won't let you back in. You can't leave right now. No, not until you get an approved I-130 and you have a pending adjustment. You have none of that right now.
Yes, I don't have it.
So what happened at the Stokes interview?
Okay, so that's when it was after the Stokes interview that we got separated, and my husband told them was just helping me.
Oh, wow. So then the husband said, basically, you're in a business marriage.
That's something like that.
Is that true?
No.
Not true.
Why
would he say that?
Because there's a lot going on in the marriage. I didn't know I would have come out from the marriage. So he always told me he was going to pay me back, and which I think he did that. Because even after the Stoke interview, we went home, everything was fine. He kept telling me, we did good, you know.
Was there any physical abuse?
Yes. No, not physical.
Emotional abuse? Because I don't know why your husband. Why would your husband go in and do that? And that's malicious to hurt you like that.
I know.
Hold on. I think you need maybe some consultation here. Because first of all, your lawyer is telling you to self-deport. Your husband's walking into a Stokes interview and saying it's a business marriage when it's not. Yeah, you need to move the ship and change direction. And thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.